I've been seeing people buying animals that shouldn't be pets. Yes, some people have pet roaches. And yes, I did buy some for this video. However, I've scoured the internet for these weird 1-star pets so I can buy them myself to see why they got such a bad rating. So I made a list of about 6 animals that I'm going to buy and test to see if they're a good pet or not. But I also made a rule. For every animal I buy, I've got to give them an honest rate on how good of a pet it was. Please do not keep these as pets.
Oh my god.
I had one about a few months ago because I saw this video thinking it was going to be cute. But it literally escaped 2 days in and it was gross. Now I have a doobie roach somewhere in my house.
They ask you how you are and you just have.
Okay, I really don't know why someone would want to keep one of these as a pet, but I did find a few videos of people that actually like having these as pets. Look at this one. Adorable. Oh god, the color of your hair says it all. Guys, take a look at this.
I'm going to do my best to show you 3 different species of cockroach I keep as pets because I'm not like other girls. I am worse.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
First up, missing cockroach.
Okay, yeah, we're done. All right, guys, we're on our way to get this dubia roach. Apparently, they have some at my local pet store, so we're gonna see if they have any. All right, guys, this should be over here. Yo, I just found them.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo.
$8. Why am I doing this? Yo guys, do you think this would be a good pet? Comment down if you think this is gonna be a good pet or not. There's like a So to see if this roach is a good or bad pet, we're gonna have to build them a small little home. All right guys, for the enclosure, I got this little 2-gallon tank right here. As you can see, it's got a nice little background right here. This is what we're gonna put the dubia roaches in. This is a simple tank, so we only need a few items. So apparently, these dubia roaches like these little egg crates right here. This is just what everyone puts in their dubia roach enclosure. Alright, so the tank is pretty much all done. Doesn't look bad at all. So just to make sure these dubia roaches don't escape, just like that one person's, I made a cover for the tank. Now that the tank's done, let's go get our roaches and put them in. Ooh! I don't even want to open this up, bruh. Apparently there's 24 of them. It looks like there's 3 of them. Bruh. Oh my god! On now. Oh god. 24 of them. I highly doubt. Ooh! Alright, let's flip this over. Ooh! What is that? Oh hell no, man. Wait, it's just like a little bug. Alright, so we're gonna do a little activity with these stupid little roaches. I'm gonna feed them. Alright, so I got a sweet potato. This one is. Oh, is that a roach, bro? I put the food in their tank, but I also did a time lapse to see them eating. They actually never ate it. All they did was knock down the egg crate and then started digging in the dirt. Alright guys, so since this is a pet, I'm actually gonna take my roach out and play with them. Oh god. Oh. Oh my god, I just got one.
Oh my god. Ooh. Yo, he's going. Oh my god.
Alright guys, honestly, I had a pretty poor experience with this little stupid little doobie roach thing. So these actually shouldn't be pets, these should be food for your pet lizard. I'm gonna have to give this like a 1 out of 5. So apparently there's this thick green little worm called a hornworm.
These are tomato hornworms.
This guy just collected like 100 of them. They honestly look pretty cool and they got like this little horn on the back. That's why they're called a horny worm. And I'm pretty sure farmers hate these things because they absolutely demolish tomato plants.
Who's been eating my tomato plants?
But I actually found this time lapse on YouTube about keeping a horned worm as a pet, but ultimately they were raising these guys to grow into these gigantic moths. I honestly think they're pretty cool, but I did come across this one comment on Reddit. I was feeding my leopard gecko a horned worm, and it was way too big for him, so I just kept him as a pet. Now it's been 3 days and it died. I found that funny. I think I suffocated him and there was poo everywhere and it smelled sour. Bruh. Okay, so I'm going to my local pet store right now. They do sell these horny worms because I think they're food for bearded dragons and all that stuff. So let's go see if they got some. Yo, $11 for some horned worms. Yo, look how horny they are. While we're unboxing our worms, I want to share a product that helps you give a healthy lifestyle Factor meals. I'm going to open the container and we're going to look at them. Yo, I think they're eating right now. Factor Meals lets you enjoy nutritious and balanced meals without having the hassle to cook your own food. Just pop your food in the microwave for 2 minutes and that's literally it. Also, a superpower these worms have is the ability to stick to objects. Personally, I like to pair up my meal after I work out because these meals come with high protein and vegetables for a balanced meal. This actually makes it really easy for me because I don't have to take the time to cook anything. Something really cool about these caterpillars is that they have fake eyes on the side of their body. This actually tricks their predators and makes them a little more scarier. But if you are a picky eater, they actually just doubled their size of the menu to 80 plus different weekly meals. You also got a feature to switch out certain proteins for your preferred choice. Not to mention, this food is like a restaurant quality food. Best part is they got no refined sugars, no processed food, and they're free of low quality seed oils. These trays are never frozen and they're insanely tasty, so you guys gotta try this out. Head to factor75.com or click the link below. Use the code FishtailFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code FishtailFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Yo, honestly guys, first impression, these guys are actually pretty cool. Guys, enough playing with the horny worms. Let's go bring these home. Yo guys, look what I just got. What I'm unboxing here is our new horned worm enclosure. Yo, this thing is sick. Yo, we got the indoor tomato plant. Cuff, what are you talking about, man? I actually went to Home Depot to pick this guy up. We even got some tomato, bruh. Alright guys, this plant just ran me 20 bones. If you do enjoy watching, I appreciate if you guys could sub. We're at about like 220,000, which is unbelievable. Thank you guys. My original plan was to put this tomato plant inside of that new enclosure, but it was a little big, so I had to trim it a bit. Yo, it fits perfect, bruh. Alright guys, we got our little worms. It does smell a bit sour in here. And these tiny little bits are all poo, so I guess they really do poo a lot. No! Yo, is he okay? I think he's sleeping. They're so soft. Alright guys, I want to test how sharp his horn is. Let's give it a try. I was kidding guys, it's like soft. Alright, we're gonna put one inside now. Oh my god! Guys, I think he's eating the plant now. Oh my god, dude, he bit me. I couldn't grab him without him biting me, so I use this plastic. Oh! Okay, this whole entire thing is supposed to go outside in the direct sun. At the time I was recording this, it was dark, but I'm gonna let them sleep in here, and in the morning, we'll check them out. Alright guys, it is now the next day. As you can see, it's now daytime so we can see. At first glance, I saw one of these little guys just clamping onto a plant. I don't know if he was eating, but he was just chilling. It was pretty cold in the morning, that's probably why they're not moving so much. But once it warms up, they start to get active and start eating. Alright guys, I don't know what this is, it's like all wet and stuff. I honestly think their feet are pretty cool and they do got pretty strong grip strength. Alright guys, so these hornworms are really horny for some reason. But I do think they're pretty cool, you know. They start off as like a tiny worm, they grow super fast, and they turn into a moth. That whole process seems pretty cool to me. Thing is, they just like don't do anything, they just sit there and eat. I kind of had like a poor experience. I didn't get to like pet them. It's like kind of a poor pet. It just does nothing. I'm also gonna have to say a 2 out of 5 for this one. These betta fish are probably the most abused fish in the world. You might be familiar with these as carnival game prizes, or maybe you've seen them at Petco inside of these little cups. A lot of people think these fish can live in a cup or like a wine glass. Most people even put them in fish bowls.
Just be careful, make sure he actually goes in. Go faster, because he's gonna... Oh, there he goes. There he goes. It's okay. Ooh, look at him.
He likes it.
Although they can survive a little while, but they'll just eventually end up dying. Therefore, leaving kids sad, and a betta fish said that he had to survive in a torture chamber with pink everything. So I ended up finding this thread on Reddit, and here's what it said. Keeping a betta fish in a bowl is like keeping a dog locked up in a single room. Will it survive? Sure, for a while at least. Will it thrive? Not likely. This is another one. Most of the time, they end up in a bowl to no filtration and die. Bruh. Alright guys, we're gonna go check out this betta fish right now. I called in my local fish store and apparently they have a few, so let's go check them out. Honestly, the first ones that I saw were actually super colorful, except for this one. Although I did find this one that stood out to me. So I decided this was the one that I was gonna take home with me. Yo, he's gonna be my little buddy.
Hello, how are you?
Look at him.
I am
Yo, we just got our beta fish. I'm actually real excited for this little guy. You know, this is like one of the most common like pet fish they can get besides like a stupid little goldfish. This guy's color is actually really cool. He's got that blue on the outside of his fins. I'm gonna name this little guy Bob. Now to see if this fish deserves more than being just a cup fish, we've got to set him up with a real fish tank home. So I went out and got him a 7-gallon tank with a light. But these betta fish are pretty easy to take care of, so mechanically wise, I only needed this heater and this filter. So I went ahead and put those in, and I also put a little something special here for something later in the video. For the substrate, which is the bottom of the tank, I got some pea pebbles. Then I went ahead and spread it around. But that bin that I was saving is actually going to be for some pothos plants. Theoretically, these should help take out nitrates that are inside of the tank. I also hid the heater right behind the plant so it's out of sight. Betta fish also need some cover and they love hiding in it, so I got him this piece of wood to add some structure. I kinda just jimmied it in there and boom, pretty much done. I also gave him a few little toys. Maybe he'll swim in and out of them, I don't know. Now that all that was done, I started filling up the tank. So before I put Bob in his new tank, I'm gonna have to acclimate him. So I poured most of his bad water out, and I took a squeeze thing and started transferring the water slowly into his cup. This way, he'll just slowly get used to his new tank water. And after repeating this about a few times over 20 minutes, we should be done. Alright guys, our tank is all set up and our betta fish is now acclimated. Yo. Alright, we're gonna pour everything in. Ooh! Yo! Alright, Bob got a fresh crib now, cuh. Honestly, so far, I actually love the look of the tank, and the betta fish also looks really cool. Yo, guys, I think he loves his new home. I wonder how long he actually lived inside of this little cup for, but luckily, he's got his own little home now. So I'm gonna give him about a day or two so he can relax, and then I'm gonna try to feed him. So I got him some fish food right here. I sprinkled some food above him, hoping he would eat it.
Yo. Oh, he ate it! He ate it! Yo!
He kept eating this one small piece and throwing it up.
Bruh.
Alright, honestly guys, I think betta fish are pretty cool. Like if you make them like a cool little enclosure, you can put plants in there, trees, rocks, whatever. You have a bunch of different color variations. So I'm gonna have to say like a 3 out of 5. And the reason for that score, I mean, you can't really have many fish with betta fish because they fight a lot. I mean, overall, a decent rating. So when I was a kid, I used to play in the garden and I would always find these black roly-polies. And I used to just always collect them and put them in my hand like this. But my hand like always got wet. And I think they peed in it, but I think I suffocated them. I would always force them to go in the little balls and I would hold them like this and just roll them around like that. So I wanted to look up what reviews were out there. I had one as a pet, a dairy cow. They do look really cool, but as soon as I put them in, they disappeared and I never saw them again.
Bruh.
Not going to bother buying more now. Alright guys, we're going to get our dairy cow isopods right now. So I got a spot to get these things, so let's go check them out. Yo. Here I found a box of 10 of them for $20. Ooh, alright guys, we just got our dairy cow. For 10 of them, it was $20, man. $20 just for a little bug. Let's see if it's moist in here. Yo, I kind of want to open these up and take a look at them. Imagine they just Jew me and give me like 4 of them. Okay. First glance, I do not see anything, bruh. Oh! Yo! That was a big one. Oh, there's a spider on me! Oh, shit. Oh!
Oh, hell no.
Oh my god, he's back in the thing. Yo, there he is. That thing's big. That thing's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Alright, first impressions, they do look pretty cool. So when we get home, I wanna actually see if they even gave me 10 of them. But the thing is, it's pretty dry in here, so probably get home and give them a little bit of moisture. Alright, so it's time to make this isopod enclosure. And I did gather a few materials. But the main enclosure that I'm gonna put them in is gonna be this container. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get my sphagnum moss and then wet it down so it's moist. You don't wanna make the moss soaking wet, so only put enough water to where it doesn't drip. Alright guys, then I'm gonna put this on this little tray right here for the meantime. And for the main substrate, I just got the soil that I got from my pet store. Then I'm gonna take about half of the sphagnum moss and then mix it with the dirt. Then a final little spray to get the dirt a little more moist. And with the last remaining moss, we're going to put it on one side. Just putting it on the one side will let the isopod choose if he wants to go extra moist or not so moist. Isopods love to hide, so these oak leaves will produce great cover for them. Also, as these leaves decompose, this is also another source of food for them. So I crushed some up into little pieces, and then I got some bigger pieces that I just laid down. Since these isopods do like hiding underneath objects like this, I'm just gonna lay it down just like that. And I got another piece. It's time to unbox. Let's see if they actually gave me 10. So it's about $2 per bug. Yo, the spider's still there. Yo. Oh, shoot. Ooh, there's little babies. Lots of babies that I saw. There's a baby, there's a baby. There's also springtails in here as well. Yeah, there's definitely 10 in here, but they might just all be like small little babies. I ended up dumping all the dirt in the container and I saw a bunch of little babies running away. Very sadly, this was actually like the only big one I've seen. All the rest were like tiny little babies. Alright, I'm gonna let these guys chill for about a day. I did make them this cover. It has holes in it so they can get ventilation. So we'll give them a little bit of time and then we'll try to feed them. This is the next day. Let's go ahead and open this and take a gander. Ooh, they running around. Alright, we're gonna feed them. And I got these marine pellets. Let's feed them. Wow. So honestly, a bug as a pet, I don't know about that one. They just don't do anything. They're tiny and they disappear and you never see them again. So I'm gonna say a 1 out of 5. Here it says ball pythons do not make good beginner pets. Let's check it out. One of the comments said this: both my ball pythons have, and my first one struck at me a lot at first until I tamed him. Bruh, so I guess these things bite a lot then. I also found this other comment, let's read it. I've had 2 ball pythons. One of them actually escaped out of my tank, which is pretty common. And I lost him for about 2 weeks, and then I finally found him in my closet. Bruh, alright, there's no way. So I actually do have a ball python. I actually bought him off Facebook Marketplace for one of my videos. His name is actually Noodle. He is hiding in here, and he is inside of his tank right now. And one of the downsides of ball pythons is that they are nocturnal, so you never see them in the daytime. But the problem with this tank, I actually messed up when making it. As you can see, this background, there's a big gap right here. My snake does love to hide back here. He doesn't get stuck or anything, but if I had to get to him, I would have to destroy his whole tank. There he is, this small little mouth right there. So we're gonna have to take Noodle out of this tank and redo a small part of it. So I started with taking out all the items that are easily accessible. Look how easy I can take this out. All right guys, so I guess we can test that theory if they do bite. Oh, I honestly really don't know if he's going to bite me or not. Okay, you know what? I think he is in striking position when he's coiled up, but you know what? I'm just gonna stick my hand down there and see what's gonna happen. Oh God. All right, I just gotta be confident. We got him. Ooh. Hello, Noodle. All right, so Noodle did not bite me. These guys usually don't bite you. They're nice. They don't like want to bite you. However, if they are hungry and you do put your hand in there, sometimes they will think it's food and bite you.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Oh my God. Yo, honestly guys, Noodle is actually sick as hell. I ain't gonna cap, bruh. Alright guys, so I'm gonna have to take out this huge thing. As you can see, my Noodle's in the... Yo, what the hell? Oh! No. Oh! Yo, he almost escaped, bruh. Oh my God. He literally just slithered into the back of my hat right here. So I guess that does prove that these snakes can get lost easily. I've honestly lost Noodle for about 20 minutes, but I found him under my couch. So yeah, you gotta be careful. So I took that huge thing out and I just put him in the tank for the meantime. And I shoved a bunch of sticks in there. Alright guys, so temporarily I just put a bunch of sticks in here. As you can see, they do like climbing around on the branches and stuff, but normally they do like to stay on the bottom floor. So it's been about 5 days and I want to feed him, so let's see if he'll eat. I boiled some water to thaw this little rat. It took about 20 minutes to thaw and I prepped Noodle. He finally woke up a little and I started dangling the rat in his face. He's in striking position. He is coiled up. 3, 2, 1. Ooh! Ooh! As you can see, he didn't grab the head of the rat, so he actually re-maneuvered to the front of the rat. And after about 10 minutes, he finally ate the whole entire thing and went back in his little hole. Alright, so I think ball pythons are pretty cool. They can be a lot of work, they could escape, they could bite you. But I guess if they're like chill, they'll just be chill. I'm gonna say for this one could be a lot of personal preference, but I'm gonna give the ball python a 3.5 out of 5. All right, if you did enjoy, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to that milli. I have a bunch of other videos on my channel, so be sure to check those out.